Hi everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood hangar hobbit here, and welcome aboard the I-180S. Yeah, I probably could have put out this video a little earlier and jumped on the hype wagon, but I actually take my reviews kind of seriously, and a freaking match where it's 9 I-180Ss and your biggest threat is getting shot in the butt by your own team because they're all spraying and praying, that's not really a good review, is it? With these matches, I actually got a mixed battle. So let's see what this thing can do when it's actually out here with a different team besides I-180Ss. What do we got here? Ooh, got a big old dog pile. We got A-36, got Spitfire, and a P-39. All kinds of mixed. Yeah, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to get baited down there so I can get shot in the face by one of your teammates. I don't think so. Let's see who's up first. Hi, P-39. Ooh, there's a crit. Hello, Spitfire. How you doing? Oh, got some smacks on him too. Yeah, there's a good reason why I call this the Scorching Speedster. Not only is this thing fast, but good lord, you remember back in the day with the Chikas, how those things would just set everything they shoot at on fire? Well, guess what? Oh lord, this thing likes to make the fires. This thing's a little arsonist. Oh, what do we got here? Hello, F6. How are you doing? And look at the speed on this thing. Oh, I love the speed on this thing. Oh, there's that pretty fire. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, and there went the other one. Double kill. Heck yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that in a New York minute. Oh, how are you doing, A-36? Oh, pow. Jeez, watch it, buddy. Don't cross the streams now. Whew. See, that was the problem I had trying to make a video during the event. With all these I-180Ss around, good lord. It was more dangerous to be behind them than it was to be behind the friggin' enemies. I would have much rather had a P40 on my tail than an I-180S. Good lord, everybody was spraying and praying. It was nuts. Ain't nothing worse than 9 players and none of them know how to fly the bird they're in. Oh, I see what you're doing. Mr. Spitfire's trying to be all sneaky briggy. I shall not put up with your sneaky briggy. Nope, you come down here, Mr. Spitfire. Yeah, you come back down here. I will not play with your sneaky brigginess. Yeah, don't try to turn fight with these things. I saw so many Spitfires lose it doing that trick. Ooh, what do we got here? More snacks. Ooh, pop. Good lord. Why would you dive into a fireball like this? Ooh, hello. Oh, more fires. More fires. As I was saying though, oh, there's my flamer. Why would you dive into a freaking furball like this? Ooh, hello. How are you doing? More fires. Fires everywhere. Oh, bing, bing. Oh, I so love when that happens. Good lord, though, look at this mess. There's another case of having to worry about my own team more than I'm worried about the bad guys. Oh, what are you doing there, P40? Ooh, that is not smart. Good rule of thumb, if you're in something heavy like a P40, don't try to prop hang when you're dealing with Russians. Good lord. Look at this. That poor feller. He got him coming everywhere. Oh, and he's got a pokey P-39 on his butt. Oh, that's not a good place to be. Ooh, yeah, 37 millimeter go smack. Well, I'm just going to speed this up for a bit because landing is pretty much non-consequential, shall I say. This thing is such an easy little bird to fly, especially on landings. It's so light and nimble. Honestly, this thing kind of reminds me, I'd say it'd be like what happens if you were to take an I-16 and cross it with a Chika. Because it's got the climb rate of a good I-16 like the Type 28. But man, the agility is so much better in this thing than the Type 28. Let me give a little shout out to Jet Girl. I was friggin' trying to talk to her in the chat, but couldn't figure out how to keep the chat window up while I was climbing at the same time. Yep, ended up having to wait till after the match to yak at her. And of course looking for some orders, which I never seem to have when I need them. Man, don't that just drive you nuts? Well, as I'm getting up here, let me tell you a little bit about this bird. This bird's a perfect example of why you don't make Stalin angry. Because this bird is from 1938, and it actually royally kicked the butt of its competitors, the Yak 1 and the Lag 3. Yeah, it was faster, dove better, handled better, was better in pretty much every way. So what was the problem? The problem was the test pilot was Valery Chekalov, and he got killed when he took this thing out, did what he wasn't supposed to with it, took it up way too high, then tried to bring it friggin' down way too fast, and ended up clipping a power pole. So what's the problem with that? You know, test pilots, they get killed. Yeah. Problem, test pilot was a friend of Stalin's. Ooh. Poor old Polikarpov was just lucky he did not go to Gulag. Because, yeah, it was reported Stalin was not pleased. He was really, really not pleased. In fact, the only thing that probably saved poor old Polikarpov's butt is one of the other test pilots said, look, it wasn't Polikarpov's fault. This guy took it up where he wasn't supposed to take it up, did moves he wasn't supposed to do with it, and then he overcooked the dive on the landing. So, yeah, wasn't Polikarpov's fault. But needless to say, that put Polikarpov on Stalin's poo-poo list. So, yeah, didn't matter how good this plane was. Ooh, what do we got here? A Spitfire, and he's not looking at where he's going. Oh, there's that fire. Look at him. He was in the chat going, where are you guys? Right behind you. That's where I was. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. But yeah, compared to the Yak 1 and the Lag 3, this thing kicked their butt. But Polikarpov was on the poo-poo list. So it didn't matter how good this plane was. You peed off Stalin. So yeah, your plane, no go. Which is a dang shame. Because this actually was a dang good plane. Oh, let's see how we did. Come on, hurry up with the ticket bleeds. And... woo, 4 kills, first place on the team. Heck yeah, I'll take that. Take that in a New York minute. Now, as I'm getting this thing up here, let me tell you about the downsides. Rule number 1. Never, 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 never keep the guns joined on this thing. Why? Because for some reason, if you fire the 12.7s and the 7.62s together, this nose kicks like a freaking mule. I swear the kickback on the Lag 334 with the 37mm cannon ain't as bad as the kickback on this thing. Yeah, I saw so many freaking Russian pilots trying to fly this thing and were just spraying the entire world because every time they hit the button, up come the nose. So yeah, don't do that. Do not keep the guns joined. And honestly, you don't need it. Rule number 2, treat the 12.7s like it's a 20mm cannon. I know that's going to sound weird, but in short control bursts at sub 400, 450 meters, yeah, these things will kick some serious booty. In fact, I had a ton of 3 and 4 kill matches where I never fired the freaking 7.62s. Really didn't need them. I don't know why, because normally the 12.7 Barrisons aren't that impressive. I think maybe it's because they're mounted so close together right there on the tip that you can really focus that fire. But really, just treat them like you would a 20mm cannon. Save the 7.62s. Third, if you're going for a flamethrower build, yeah, put tracers on the 7.62s. I personally don't like them because I think they're a little too bright. They kind of blind me a little bit, but I'll be the first to admit, you get more fires out of the 7.62s with the tracer belts than you do with the stealths. But personally, I'd rather use the Beresons for the fire starting, use the 7.62s for the sneaky breaky pilot snipes. But hey, that's just me. If you like tracers, 7.62s with the tracers were causing all kinds of fires, just like the Beresons was. Like I said, just a little too bright for me. Also be aware, it's at its most agile between about 375 to about 525. Once you get over about 525, she gets a little fat. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like the XP50 where you have to blow your flaps to keep from lawn darting. Yeah, the compression is real. She will get heavy on you, especially on the rudder. So you gotta watch out for that. But honestly, there's not a whole lot of downsides to this thing. There's really not. This is one thing where me and the European Canadian disagree. He thinks basically all event vehicles should, kind of suck. Or as he puts it, not be meta. Big gigantic air quotes. But yeah, considering how much damn work we had to do to get this freaking thing, we needed to get a good plane. I mean, good grief, the amount of work for this stupid event. Yeah, we needed a good plane. And yeah, this, I wouldn't call it meta, because basically what I consider meta, every time you hear the word meta, think gigantic air quotes, is one of those press F to win. You know, something like the KB220 or say the Romanian Vampire Bat or the G55S. One of those planes where you have to actually go out of your way and fly really stupid to lose in it. That is not this plane. This plane will do the work, but you gotta know what you're doing with it. If you just try to turn everything like it's a freaking Spitfire, you're gonna get your butt kicked. This is a lot more of an energy fighter and a lot less of a turny-burny. Oh, let's see what we got here. We got some snacks. Oh, no. I-180's already on that sucker, and I don't want to fly with an I-180 behind me. Yeah. I have not been having good luck with I-180s being behind me when I'm on the friggin' Soviet side. They're as bad as Hitler bolts. Oh, more of a danger to their own team than they are to the enemy. Oh, but we got something over here, and oh, poor Mr. Yak Attack. He went split. That's okay, he left me some snacks. I do appreciate that. What do we got? Ooh, it's a Britzair. Now, ooh, here's a little trick I love to do. If I'm not sure if they're going to pull up or not, I do me a little aileron half loop whether I need to or not. That way if they try to pull up, I can go into a spiral. Oh, but you come here. Oh, there's that pretty fire. Thank you. I so do appreciate that. Check the runway. Nope. Ooh, what do we got here? It's a Frenchie. Honestly, I don't know why anybody flies that thing. It's not a good bird. What's it get, like 120 rounds? Ugh. Yeah. It'd be different if it was like 120 rounds of MG151 or something, but they're Spark Spanos. Oh, that is so not a good plane. What are you doing? Okay. If you want to just turn away from me. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, wait a minute. That's that premium one. Oh, you poor man. Oh, poor feller. Yeah, that was never a good plane. Overheats, can't climb, no flaps. Eugh. Poor guy. Now I actually feel bad. Oh, that's such a bad plane. I feel so sorry for anybody that flies it. It's like with the SM-79s, you know, you just... Oh. Why? Why would you do it? Oh well. If you're going to be silly enough to fly one of the crappiest fighters in the game, don't be surprised if you get your butt kicked. Now, as I'm getting over here, one thing we haven't talked about is high altitude performance. Yeah, because I've been dealing with allies, and, you know, allies like to lawn mow. The high altitude performance in this thing is surprisingly good. This thing can shoot up there with a freaking space fire. I've gotten this thing as high as 8 kilometers on that stupid crossing the channel thing. And it handled good even up there. Oh, but look at this. We got snacks. Oh, they're doing some work. They're kicking some of our guys' booties. No, I shall not put up with this. No. You shall come here now. Oh, just a little more. Come on, give me that fire. Come on. Oh. I'm out of the friggin' bang bangs, having to switch to the pew pews. Oh. Oh, watch the Spitfires. Those are dangerous. But this is a good example of why you shouldn't lawn mow. Yeah, I got all the energies, and Mr. Spitfire, he don't. Oh, and... Oh! George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that. Oh, tree. Oh, and what do we got here, though? Man, what is it with the A36 spam? Good Lord. I think in the 10 matches I flew in this thing, like a third of the teams were at least A36s, if not half. Good Lord. I mean, I know it's a DACA wagon, but personally, it's not that great a DACA wagon. Personally, if I was going to fly an American DACA wagon, it would probably be one of the SBs where you got air brakes. Yeah, A36, yeah, it's okay, but nah, not against these little nimbly bimblies. Especially when you're the poor last sucker. Ooh, not a good place to be. Here's a little fun fact for you, though. This thing was supposed to be powered by the M88, which was a licensed version of the Gnome Mistral Major, which in turn was an upgrade of the Bristol Titan. So yeah, it's a Russian version of a French engine, which was based on a British design. Good Lord, Russians and their Frankenstein birds. Ooh. Oh, there, that's where you made the mistake. Oh, that is so not a smart move. Don't pull up in front of somebody like that. Word of advice, if you're in a plane like that, you already got the speed and the dive, don't pull back up. Boom and run, not boom and zoom. Oh, I got him smoky smoke. You come here, you shall not get away. This is why I like having the gun split. I still got plenty of pew-pews. Oh, smat. There went that tail control. Poof. Fireballed. Oh, just gotta love that. I think I shall put on my red communist victory smoke. Because that's a GG. Heck yeah. Hostile team has lost all its vehicles. So let's see how we did, boys and girls. Come on. They really need to make this clock go down quicker when everybody's dead. I mean, they're all dead. Hurry up. Quit leaving us in suspense. Ooh, ace in a day. Happy day, happy day. Got that ace in a day. Let's see how she pays. Ooh, yeah. For a tier 2? Heck yeah. I will take that. Shoot. That was nice. So what do I think about this bird? Yeah, this is a dang good little bird. It can definitely kick some butt at its BR. Would I pay the $17 they're asking for it in the gadget market? No. 10 maybe even 12. 17, But if you give it a little respect, wind this sucker up, heck yeah, she can do some work. Just remember, keep them guns split so the nose don't kick up like a mule, and watch the speeds. Do those two things, she'll do the work for you. Well, be sure to like and share, and I hope to see you up there in the clouds. Have a good one, y'all.